Welcome, everyone. I'm Kimberly Boschman, and this is the Intentionally Intuitive Podcast. In this episode, we're going to take a look at the personal months for April 2023. We're also going to take a look at the forecast for the new moon and the full moon for April, which also includes a solar eclipse at the end of the month. Before we get started, I just want to say thank you in advance for commenting, liking, and sharing to help my little channel to grow and to help spread the word about numerology. I see you. I appreciate you. You all are the best. This, of course, is a general reading. If you would like a personal reading where we'll take a deep dive into your own personal numerology, go ahead and book some time with me. You can find my information in the link below. Okay, so April 2023 is a 11-2 universal cycle. So the universal cycle affects all of us. We will feel that in some way. I'm going to break it down to the personal month forecast in just a moment, but let's take a quick look at the influences of the universal cycle so that we can understand how these all play together. The 11 energy here can bring additional challenges. So we have an eclipse again at the end of the month, but these challenges are always assisting us in moving towards bigger, more beautiful triumphs that leave us feeling inspired and hopefully doing more of what inspires us rather than leaving us feeling uninspired for too long. That's the goal anyway, right? Of 11 energy. So whenever you are experiencing self-sabotage, expect the 11 to put the pressure there. Okay, especially this month. The energy of the 2 brings the opportunity for healing, balance, reconciliation, mediation, seeing others' perspectives with an open mind and an open heart, and finding it easier to see eye to eye. Past relationships could resurface to be healed, especially I would say towards the end of the month, energetically or in the physical. So it doesn't mean that you have to bring this person back into your life in the physical. You can do a lot of this work energetically so that you're releasing those lower vibrations, right? Anything that you're sort of holding on to, burdens, grudges, judgments, whatever. This energy of the 2 helps to alleviate that. We have to do the work, but it gives us the opportunity or helps to highlight where it is that we can put that focus. New relationships and soul contracts can come rushing in this month, so be open to who you meet. Don't, discredit someone or dismiss someone too quickly. Emotions and emotional maturity will also be highlighted. Pay attention to when and why you're reaching some kind of trigger point, right? Or you're reacting versus responding to someone or something. Those triggers are guideposts to be sure that you'll investigate them further, right? Or asking you to investigate them further. This could be a month where a lot of decisions need to be made, a lot of big decisions. So trusting yourself to make those decisions as well as to move through any consequences, good or uncomfortable, of those decisions, right? That stem from those decisions. Being overly critical of yourself or others serves no one. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and break it down by each personal month now. Personal month 2, if you are currently in the month of April in a personal month 2, then this energy is working actually really beautifully with the universal energy of the 11-2, right? So I would expect that you would probably see throughout the month, again, pretty much what I talked about in the intro. So the opportunity for coming together, seeing eye to eye, seeing a different perspective, being a little bit more open perhaps, or having the opportunity to be a little bit more open in seeing things through a different lens, a broader lens. The beauty of the 2 energy is being able to become the observer of a situation, to not become too emotionally attached to a situation to where you feel like you need to react, right? And so you're able, because of that different vantage point, you're able to see things more clearly. You're able to see things from many different sides and then decide how it is that you want to move forward. Okay. So again, you may see past relationships surface at this time for you to be able to see things a little bit differently or a little bit more clearly now that the dust has settled. That doesn't mean that you need to take that person back or that you need to incorporate them or, into your life again. That just simply means it may be coming up for you to find closure, to find some kind of healing component within that connection, right? Whether it's in the physical or whether it's energetically. And this can be, it might be that someone revisits you in your dreams or a memory resurfaces from a traumatic event or something like that. Of course, you don't want to put yourself back in danger or in that traumatic situation. However, at some point, in order for you to move forward in a healthy way, there needs to be some kind of closure with that. There needs to be some kind of energetic release. And so you may find this month that there's opportunities to do that. Balance is going to come into focus potentially this month. So anywhere that you feel out of balance or misaligned, that will probably have some pressure put on it this month to help you get back into alignment. This can also be an opportunity to have new soul contracts come in, new relationships, friends, romantic partners, etc. Or any kind of new colleagues. Maybe you start a new job and you meet new people through that avenue. That's possible as well. So again, be open to the people that you meet. These are when we make connections, especially deeper connections during a 2 cycle. There's often something that this person is bringing to our experience that we're meant to acknowledge and, be aware of. So that's possible as well. But yeah, balance, decision-making, you all could see some big decisions coming in that need to be made. I would say definitely around the eclipse, and we'll talk about that in just a second. This is a month for being decisive and trusting yourself in those decisions, right? A lot of what I talked about in the intro, if you skip the intro, have a listen to it because it's really going to be very sort of concentrated for you all this month. Okay, now April 6th, we have a full moon. This full moon for you all is bringing in the energy of the 10-1. So what's beautiful about this, a lot of different things, right? So it's really highlighting where it is that maybe you need to be a little bit more assertive, where it is that maybe you need to be more self-driven, more independent, more autonomous, more really paying attention to your own needs and where you're neglecting that or have been neglecting that, where it is that maybe you've been losing yourself in a relationship and you need to come back to self a little bit. This is a beautiful energy for creating something new, a clean slate, for, the world is your oyster type thing. And what kind of pearl are you going to create? So this is beautiful energy for, again, like having a great vision and moving towards that vision, believing in yourself, having confidence in yourself, regardless of whether people buy into your dreams or not. So this is incredibly beautiful energy. So be aware of what it is that this full moon is highlighting for you. It's probably going to be something around, again, like taking a big initiative, taking a risk, being a little bit more assertive, standing in your power type thing. And it could be in relation to how you relate to others. So again, if you're one who often will lose yourself in relationships, this one energy is going to really put pressure on you coming back to self and finding and claiming your own space within that connection. And again, this can be with colleagues, with a boss, with a romantic partner, with children, with whatever, family, you name it, any way that we relate. Now on April 20th, we have a new moon and it's a solar eclipse. And so this solar eclipse for you all is really putting a strong emphasis on the 6 energy. So the 6 energy is now bringing in our deeper connections. So again, family, very close friends, loved ones, our close community ties, anything to do with the home. So there may be something where this eclipse, and again, the eclipse is going to be a story for the next 6 months. So this could be progressive and sort of unfold. But there's going to be an emphasis for you all potentially on the home environment, and those relationships. Anything that needs to come to the surface that needs to be addressed will come up at this time. If there needs to be boundaries set, that pressure is going to be put on you to set healthy boundaries and to hold those healthy boundaries even when it's uncomfortable. You may see some finances shift at this time around the home. You may see changes, people moving in, people moving out, you buying or selling a home. If there's been like any kind of sort of desire to switch up your home environment, this eclipse is going to sort of really put the pressure on and the heat on you to make those adjustments, to make those changes. So if you've been, say, in a relationship that isn't working, and you've been sort of hesitant to make the shift, this solar eclipse is really going to put the pressure on to where it's going to get to one of those, to that point where it's non-negotiable. It's like things will start to unfold that sort of push you in the direction that you need to be moving into, right? For the best of all, right? For the higher good of all type thing. Let's see, things around love could show up. So you could meet a very significant partner at this time. A soulmate is somebody who's going to be in your life for a period of time. Someone who you may have a very strong soul contract with. That could very well happen. So again, be very open to who you meet. But usually when it's a very strong soul contract, again, that's sort of non-negotiable. Yeah, we have free will, but when we have a soul contract, these people are coming in, they're going to stay for a while, right? And they're going to teach us whatever they need to teach us. So that could very well happen for you all, especially under a personal month of 2. So definitely pay attention to, again, relationships, the people that you meet, anything that needs to come up, any of those difficult conversations. And again, seeing things from a different perspective is really going to help you in making those strong decisions that you may need to make this month. So I hope it's a beautiful month for you all. I'm sure it's going to be a powerful one. Take care, everyone. Bye for now.